Hello everyone, Ensign Striker here. Today I'm going to be exploring what makes Minecraft so special, and why it feels a bit different for players like me who started in 2014. I think one of the coolest things about Minecraft that really made Minecraft special for me was going out at night and taking out bad guys like this. And of course, they caught a creeper. Oh, that was a close one. When I first started playing this game, I didn't know that there were mobs at night. I had played on the Xbox, which to a kid who only played on the PC, that was difficult. The friend who introduced us to Minecraft tried to teach us the game, but us not knowing the controls and the fact the game was new to us, well, made it very hard to use. And that was the fun of it. When Minecraft was new, all of the blocks were just so special. All of them. And to be fair, all I had then was grass blocks, some wood, and dirt. But before I played the game with a friend, I'd actually seen it on FaceTime, and to me, it looked like Google Earth with some weird stick figure characters in it. I know what you're thinking, Striker. How in the earth could you think that Minecraft looked like Google Earth with a bunch of stick figure characters? Well, that's a good question. When you first see something for the first time, it takes your brain a little while to, figure out what it's really like. I know what you're thinking. How's that even possible? You can see the game, it is what it is. I get that. For some people, it's probably a lot simpler. But for me, when I was younger, it really wasn't. You see characters on a TV show, and then later they look different to you than they did the first time. I don't know exactly why that is. I just know that that is what happens to me. So yeah, definitely not knowing what the game felt like or looked like definitely made it more enjoyable for me when I played the game. And especially when I found creative mode. When everything was new to me and I was on creative mode, it was such a good feeling that you could just, be happy for days. Eventually, though, things did get boring. Because, Mojang took a while to update. And the community, well, we were hoping for something big. When Mojang finally did a big update, which was the aquatic update, I was so excited. Dolphins, fish, coral reefs, new mechanics. It was awesome. And I still love the new updates. After all, I'm playing them right now. So many YouTubers were saying, oh, you can ride the dolphin. And then Mojang was like, no, actually you can't. Now we have the Nautilus, of course, which is a nice substitute. But I have a special affinity for dolphins. I mean, look at my skin. Oh, okay, don't look at it, okay? This one is an updated version of an old skin I made that was supposed to look like a super dolphin. I know, it doesn't make sense. That happened because I really didn't know how to use the Minecraft skin decks. The newer updates were definitely something that Minecraft needed very badly, because people made fun of the aquatic update. However, after, certain YouTubers like PewDiePie, during the reign of 2020, played the game again on the 1.14 update, things changed. And let me tell you, I loved the 1.14 update. Lanterns, new villager types, raids. I mean, this was a huge improvement of just going outside every night and hitting a bunch of green guys or getting blown up by a creeper or shot in the back by a bunch of skeletons. But after a while, I began to not like some of the changes Mojang made. They updated the textures, hence why I have the old resource pack on, along with another one to make some of the newer textures look older. Because, well, the newer textures look too cartoony to me. Maybe to some people they look more realistic, but the old textures Notch made were just one of my favorites of all time. So I'm really glad Mojang made sure to keep them in the game. Now I know what you're saying. Striker, we haven't really explained why Minecraft is all that special. you've just explained how and why you've fallen in love with the game, and you explained some of what makes Minecraft special. Well, I'll give you a bit of a gist. So, the fact that you can build anything you want and go adventuring is one of the things that makes this game really, really fun. I mean, what's better than real Legos than Legos you can play on your computer? Now, it was important for me to explain my first experience with the game, or at least some of my first experiences, because it'll help you understand why the game is special. You see, being able to build whatever you want always felt so magical to me. I just could not get it. Like, you can build, and before the Aquatic update, it felt so illegal to build in here. I always felt so pleased with myself whenever I built something under the water. I felt like I was cheating the game, because before the Aquatic update, the ocean was pretty hostile. Yeah, building anything I wanted was the best thing ever. But you want to know what made it even better? The community. Watching YouTubers go toe-to-toe with different challenges like modding or doing Hunger Games really made the game feel alive. And not to mention, I have to bring in some honorable mentions here, YouTubers like Stampy and SB, their worlds were just something that you could not ignore. They would build the best minigames, the best buildings. It was just paradise. And I even tried to emulate that in some way by trying to build a hotel of my own, which looked sadly pathetic in comparison. But I thought it was way better than Stampy's. But basically what I'm trying to say is, the building, the newness of the game, the community, and the fact that it was like being able to build Legos, but in your computer, just made the game all the more special. But I think the coolest thing about Minecraft was its mystery. Before I watched lore channels like Game Theory, the lore of Minecraft really interested me, but only until I was older, because I never really thought about the implications of green guys walking around and skeletons everywhere. Though, to be fair, it would be better if they didn't have that. I know what you're thinking, you like them, and I get that, but undead creatures, you know, they're not exactly kid-friendly. How this game got a E for Everyone rating, well, it surprises me a whole lot. Not to mention, with all the soul stuff they've been doing recently. One last thing that made the game special was its lack of content. And I'm not saying Mojang shouldn't have added more content, because they definitely should have. The fact of the matter is, it was getting very, and I do mean very, boring when I was younger. Whew, close one. Let's go in here for a bit. Huh. The fact that this game lacked content and had a future, quite possibly, and that it could have all sorts of creatures added to it, was something that I always like to talk about with friends. For instance, there was a time I thought Mojang could have added guns to the game. I know, right? Yeah, 2D guns. How about that? Sadly, after a while, and years of playing the game, even after the new updates, well, the things I want Mojang to add weren't added, and I get it. Not everyone can add everything they want added. But Minecraft is a very medieval-looking game, and yet we don't really have anything like dragons that we can ride, or other creatures that could be considered medieval or add a really cool, interesting spin to the game. I know, it sounds like I'm complaining, doesn't it? I'm not really complaining. I'm just pointing out what we fans wanted from the game and really didn't get. Because Mojang developed more of a eco-friendly policy. If you had an animal from real life, you couldn't really do any cool in-game stuff to it, like riding a dolphin. Updates became beautiful and pretty, but they became kind of stagnant to people like me And of course, in the recent updates, they've been doing quite a good job of making it interesting and fun. At the beginning of the video, I was mentioning how Minecraft didn't feel the same. And I think that's one of several reasons. Number one, you know, I'm older now. I know everything about this game. Everything. I know how to get myself shaders, mods, resource packs. Before, I didn't know how to do any of that stuff. I didn't have Optifine. It was just plain old Minecraft. You'd play it as like a filler between different video games. And I think before the big updates, that's really why people were excited for Hytale. Hytale's going to add everything Minecraft modders were trying to add, but never saw implemented into the game. And nowadays, people are playing Hytale. Hytale's out now after years and years and years of development chaos. And to be fair, I would have been more excited for it several years ago, because now I can get any Minecraft mod I want without having to buy a completely new video game. Not to say I wouldn't play Hytale, but I'm not sure. I mean, I was a little bit excited this year when I found out it came back. But in the end, Minecraft is just a simple and iconic game that you can easily mod. And yeah, it's hard to deal with the fact that when you get older, you know, things, they can get a bit, you know, common, and sometimes they can bore you. But that's okay. Life isn't about video games. But in the end, Minecraft is still a very special game with a lot of cool potential that I think could be added to it. So in the end, everyone, Minecraft is still special. Maybe it doesn't give the same feeling it used to when I was younger, you know? It's hard to deal with that. And I think it might not just be because I'm older. I mean, there's a lot of new blocks and things, and that's awesome, but some of the creatures that could have been added, like dragons and whatnot, and all sorts of cool tools, are not going to be added into the game because Mojang is afraid that it'll disrupt the game's balance, which I can understand that. And I think some of the things that weren't fully done well, like the Pale Garden, is because of the community. We got upset that we didn't get our updates fast enough, and eventually they split them into smaller updates. Sometimes I miss the days when I get excited for projects like adding coral reefs, or building huge land masses that are flat and then adding all sorts of trees and shrubbery to them. I think those days can come again. But for now, Minecraft has been kind of slow for me. And I love making videos for you guys, so do not think I'm going to stop making Minecraft videos. Especially with Hytale out. People might be making less Minecraft videos, and I'll be the one making more Minecraft videos. Yeah, so thank you for listening to me rant, guys. Next time I think I'll talk about how the Minecraft community has changed. Because in the old days, it was listening to NCS playing Hypixel and, you know, just trying to imitate your favorite YouTubers. Nowadays, the landscape has changed. You have hardcore videos that are edited to cinematic perfection. And you have YouTubers doing crazy challenges, like I got every armor trim in Minecraft and put it on every type of armor. Whereas in the old days, it was noob versus pro, or noob versus pro versus hacker, and other such things. So thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you all next time. Remember, keep it simple and have fun. Bye!